Humanity's first railgun shot stopped the galaxy cold. Me, it really helps share this story with more sci-fi fans like us. I love seeing who's watching and know you're on this journey with me. Let's get started because this one changes everything. Chapter 1, The First Shot. Space was supposed to be silent, but inside the UNS Titan's bridge, the silence felt like a scream. Captain Mara Vance stared at the tactical hologram, her jaw tight as the Thalrune fleet closed in, their formation perfect, their arrogance absolute. Charge is at 78%. Lieutenant Malik reported from the weapons console, his voice steady, but his knuckles white on the controls. "They're hailing us again," comms officer Ellis muttered. Same message on repeat. The alien voice slithered through the speakers. "Humans, lay down your arms. Your primitive shells cannot pierce the shields of the Imperium." Vance didn't reply. She had no interest in diplomacy anymore. Not after what they'd done to Ambassador Liu, burning her alive before the Galactic Council as a warning to humanity. That transmission still haunted her dreams. 88%, Malik called. The Thalrune battleship Vorket shifted position, taking point ahead of its escorts. Its gleaming hull reflected the starlight, layered with shields that shimmered faintly in the void. "They're putting their flagship up front," Ellis said, making a show of it. "Good," Vance said. Her hand hovered over the command chair's firing key. "Let the galaxy watch." The Titan's railgun was a monster, an experimental XG-1 spinal mount that ran the length of the ship. It fired tungsten carbide slugs at 15% of light speed. It could punch through moons, but it had never been fired in combat. The crew had one shot before the Thalrune adapted. 98%, Malik said. On the main display, the Vorket adjusted course, its weapons spooling with a faint golden glow. "Railgun hot," Malik confirmed. "On your command, Captain." Vance's voice was ice. "Fire!" There was no recoil in space, but everyone felt it. The Titan shuddered as electromagnetic rails flared, hurling a 12-ton slug across 200,000 kilometers in less than a second. The Vorket's shields flared, then collapsed. The slug tore through the ship's bow, shearing it in half so cleanly that for a moment the crew could see corridors, panicked alien crew, and rupturing reactor conduits before the back half of the ship bloomed into silent fire. The Vorket was gone. Ellis exhaled in shock. "Direct hit, Captain, we just..." Every comm channel lit up at once, then nothing. The galaxy watched in frozen silence. Vance felt the weight of history in that pause. Humanity had just changed the rules of war. Then a single Thalrune transmission broke the stillness. "You will burn for this." Chapter 1, Cliffhanger. Question: what weapon will the Thalrune bring to burn humanity down? Chapter 2, The Siege of Titan. The answer came 8 hours later. The Titan was in high orbit above Arcturus III, patching systems and recharging the railgun capacitors when the Thalrune fleet emerged from warp. This time, there were no threats, no diplomacy, just fire. "Multiple warp signatures," Ellis shouted. 30, no, 40 ships. "Shields up," Vance barked. "All stations, prepare for combat." Thalrune plasma fire raked the Titan's shields, sending ripples through the hull. Malik swore as the power relays screamed under the strain. The railgun could fire only once every 8 minutes. Between shots, they had to survive. "Boarding craft inbound," the Marine commander yelled over comms. "Decks 9 through 12. Vance toggled to internal feed. Thalrune shock troops in black chitin armor, forcing their way into the Titan's corridors, plasma lances cutting down Marines. "Seal bulkheads. Flood the corridors with inert gas," Vance ordered. "Slow them down until the next shot." Malik's voice was taut, capacitors at 52%. Hull plating glowed under plasma fire. The Titan rolled hard, evading a missile spread that would have gutted them. The boarding action reached engineering, screams over comms as the defenders fought with rifles, knives, and sheer desperation. Then through the chaos, the Titan's railgun fired again, another slug. Another Thalrune cruiser reduced to molten fragments. But even as the crew cheered, Ellis stiffened. Captain, I'm reading a massive energy spike, bigger than anything they've used before. On the display, the Thalrun flagship's forward section unfolded like the petals of some metal flower, revealing a glowing crystalline spear. Chapter 2, Cliffhanger. Question: what is the Thalrun's secret weapon, and can the Titan survive it? Chapter 3, The Lance of Stars. The weapon fired. A beam of pure, condensed stellar plasma lanced out, striking the Titan's shields with a blinding flare. Every alarm on the bridge screamed. "Shields at 40%, Malik yelled. "That was one shot," Vance muttered. "If they hit us again..." "They will," Ellis said grimly. Vance ordered a slingshot maneuver through the remains of the destroyed Thalrun cruiser, using debris as cover. The Titan weaved through tumbling wreckage, narrowly avoiding the second beam as it sliced a spinning hull fragment in half. Between maneuvers, Vance recorded a message to Earth Command. "If we don't make it know this, humanity's not outmatched. We're underestimated. We've proven it twice today. Don't let them scare us back into the dirt." As the railgun charged again, Malik's scans revealed something unsettling. The flagship's reactor core was shielded by an energy pattern humanity had never seen before. "Captain," he said quietly, "even if we hit them dead center, it won't matter. The slug will vaporize before it gets through." Vance stared at the display. "Then we'll find another way. What hidden weakness can humanity exploit before the flagship destroys them?" Chapter 4, The Shot That Changed Everything. The breakthrough came from Malik's desperate thinking. Their shields are tuned for plasma and energy, reacting to it before it hits. But kinetic impacts at relativistic speeds. The shield can't compensate fast enough. The impact would happen inside the shield bubble before it adjusts. "That's a theory," Vance said. "It's our only one," Malik replied. Vance ordered every other ship in the human task force to act as decoys, drawing the Thalrun fire while the Titan lined up its final shot. The bridge was silent except for the deep hum of the railgun charging. The flagship loomed larger and larger in the main display. 90% charge, Malik said. The Titan took a hit to the port side. Hull breaches sealed automatically, but red lights flared across the system's board. 100%, Malik whispered. Vance gave the order. "Fire!" The slug vanished into the black, then appeared again on sensors as it tore through the flagship's bow, through the bridge, and into the reactor core. The explosion wasn't just bright. It was a miniature sunrise, a chain reaction ripping through the entire Thalrun formation. The galaxy had just watched humanity shatter its greatest predator. In the aftermath, the surviving Thalrun ships fled into deep space. Galactic Council channels flooded with messages acknowledging humanity as a recognized power. But in the quiet of the bridge, Malik's console beeped, an encrypted anonymous transmission. "You've made the galaxy listen. Now the real predators will hear you too. Humanity's strength has been tested, but the war is far from over. If you want to see where this fight goes next, hit like, comment Railgun, and don't forget to subscribe or follow so you don't miss the next story. Until next time, remember, in the dark between the stars, speed kills.